Welcome to Learning to Learn, a show dedicated to exploring the wonders of learning and the process of acquiring knowledge and understanding. Today, we'll embark on a journey through various aspects of learning and its significance. Let's dive in. Before we begin, let's take a moment to discuss some key ideas about learning and acquiring knowledge. Middle school and high school are an exciting time, filled with new discoveries and growth. Let's explore the following questions together. What does learning mean to you?
Well, learning means to me that I'm not ignorant, that I have the capacity or the ability to acquire knowledge.
How do you acquire knowledge and understanding in different areas of your life? How do you feel when you learn something new or overcome a challenge?
I love learning because I think it expands my views on the world and life.
What motivates you to keep learning?
Curiosity is part of the reason why I like to learn, because I'm very curious. But I also want to make a difference. And if I want to make a difference, then I need to learn how to do things.
Can you think of a time when you made a mistake and learned from it?
I can think, of course, in my lifetime, plenty of mistakes that I've made, and hopefully I've learned from those. Sometimes we repeat those mistakes. Sometimes that's necessary, but hopefully, if nothing else, we learn from our mistakes.
How did that experience contribute to your growth? Have you ever been curious about other cultures, societies, and historical events?
And I love to travel. I like to see as much as I can of the world and understand different cultures. And I'd love to understand why, you know, people have traditions and what those traditions mean to them, and why do people have certain inclinations or societal norms? What kind of what is the reason behind that?
What motivated that curiosity? And what did you learn from exploring those topics? In what ways do you see technology and computer science playing a role in your learning and daily life?
And were it not for technology, I think that our ability and our capacity to learn would be rather limited. So for me, technology means everything, and that includes the new artificial intelligence, Chat GPT, Bard, and so forth. I think it just accelerates learning. I don't know what we would do without it. Obviously, we have to be careful about it, but technology can really enhance and enrich our learning.
How does historical data and patterns help us make predictions or anticipate future trends? How do you define self-love?
I think self-love is key to our happiness, and it is a part of learning as well. We've got to learn to love ourselves and to do more positive self-talk. We spend quite a time on negative self-talk, but learning to love ourselves is, as Whitney Houston sang, the greatest love of all.
Why do you think understanding who we are and our purpose is important for personal growth and happiness? Have you ever engaged in a do-it-yourself or DIY project?
Behind me is my last do-it-yourself project, and I saved quite a bit of money. Last year I hired landscapers to do some work, and they did a fine job. But I probably saved 50% of what it cost me last year to do this latest phase of my landscaping project. And I had to learn a lot. And I use YouTube, and I use past experience, and I, of course, ask others, get input from other experts. There are many different ways that we can learn to do a project like this.
Did it save you money or offer a sense of satisfaction?
I find doing a project like this is very fulfilling, very satisfying.
Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences throughout our discussion. Learning, simply put, is the process of acquiring knowledge and understanding. It is an incredible voyage that takes us to new realms of discovery, growth, and empowerment. We learn in diverse ways, whether through watching YouTube, videos, reading books, experiencing life, listening to stories, or even making mistakes. Learning is a lifelong adventure with countless rewards. To embark on this adventure, we must cultivate an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, a voracious appetite for learning. It is this insatiable curiosity that drives us to explore, question, and seek answers. Having a thirst for knowledge enables us to unlock our true potential and opens the door to infinite possibilities. Besides personal satisfaction, acquiring knowledge and understanding offers numerous benefits and payoffs. It broadens our perspectives, helping us understand how other cultures and societies view life. By immersing ourselves in different environments, such as visiting another country like Russia or China, we can gain insights into various ideologies, systems, and ways of life. We learn that capitalism in China can coexist with communism, unraveling the complexities of the world around us. In the end, we discover that most economies, including the United States, are mixed economies. Learning also allows us to appreciate diverse viewpoints. By understanding how different individuals, like a homeless person, an unemployed person, or someone struggling with mental illness perceive life. This understanding nurtures empathy and helps us build a more compassionate and inclusive society. Acquiring knowledge in a wide range of subjects empowers us to engage with the world more deeply. It helps us comprehend the wonders of science and technology. Like the scientific method, the physics of light, and the captivating phenomenon of the northern lights, learning about the world broadens our horizons, encouraging us to become lifelong learners. Learning new skills and developing talents is an exhilarating part of the learning journey. Whether it's dancing, playing a musical instrument like the ukulele, or engaging in a sport like basketball or football, we can all learn and improve, even if we aren't naturally gifted. It requires practice, dedication, and a growth mindset. Remember, every step you take towards learning a new skill is a step closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Now, let's delve into the importance of history and why it is crucial to learn about things that have happened in the past. While being forward-looking is essential, understanding history holds immense value. It provides us with valuable perspective, enabling us to avoid repeating past mistakes. By learning from the triumphs and failures of those who came before us, we can make informed decisions for the future. History also fosters empathy and understanding. It allows us to step into the shoes of people from different times and cultures, appreciating their experiences and broadening our own worldview. By understanding history, we preserve our heritage and cultural identity, celebrating the progress and achievements of humanity. In the world of computer science and technology, learning is driven by patterns and historical data. Computer scientists analyze vast amounts of information to identify patterns and make predictions. Machine learning algorithms, for example, learn from historical data to make informed decisions or generate predictions. This utilization of historical information helps anticipate trends and behaviors in various domains, leading to rapid advancements in technology and society. Technology accelerates learning. Whitney Houston once sang, "Learning to love yourself, learning to love ourselves is the greatest love of all." Understanding who we are and our purpose is essential for personal growth and happiness. When we learn to love ourselves, we appreciate our unique qualities, embrace our strengths, and cultivate a positive self-image. It allows us to navigate through life with confidence, resilience, and compassion. Lastly, let's explore the value of learning to do things yourself. Engaging in the DIY culture not only brings satisfaction, but also offers significant cost savings. By learning to do tasks ourselves, such as home repairs, crafting, or even cooking, we eliminate the need for professional services and can accomplish things on our own. It encourages continuous learning, resourcefulness, and a sense of accomplishment. Learning is an incredible adventure that empowers us, broadens our horizons, and shapes our understanding of the world. From acquiring knowledge in different subjects to developing skills, appreciating history, and understanding ourselves, every aspect of learning contributes to our growth as individuals. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery and learning. Remember, embrace your curiosity, stay open to new experiences, and seek learning. Happy learning.
So this last project was quite involved, and I had to figure out how to do it. I watched a lot of YouTube through my own personal experience. When I was younger, I did landscaping, so I knew some things about water sprinklers, and that came in handy since I broke one. Also, understanding just some basic concepts was important, and saved me a lot of money because I was able to do it myself. It was fun too. It's also very satisfying. One final thing about learning, I think it's helpful if you want to find purpose in learning, write a book. I wrote 2 books recently, and one is based on history, because I think there's much we can learn from history. So that book is this one right here, and it is The Way Things Used to Be. And when we read this book, we discover that the way things used to be and how people reacted to new technology, it's quite surprising. Sometimes we assume that advances in technology happen overnight, but sometimes culturally it takes a while to embrace and to adopt new technology. And I think that's coming into play today with AI and some resistance to using the technology. This other book that I wrote, it's called Final Words of a Sensei. Now, Final Words of a Sensei are 20 character traits that I believe employers are looking for when hiring new employees. Now, this book came through a lot of personal experience, and so I relate a lot of my own personal knowledge, personal experience in this book. And that's how I learned a lot about these topics. As I researched them, I learned through experience, through research, and I wrote about it. Now, there's a lot that I had to learn about gardening. So this is a rose here. And one of the things that we learn is that when we are transplanting, we've got to make sure that we water very carefully at the roots. It's the roots that need the water. Okay, they got to go down deep. Water. Okay. Same thing with these vegetables. That zucchini right there. And here's another rose. Got to get down really deep at the roots. Okay. They need a lot of water. You know what? Plants need not only water, but they need carbon dioxide. And so that's very important, that they need carbon dioxide, and they also need the sun. And through the carbon dioxide and the sun, these plants are able to generate food for themselves. And that's called glucose. Huh? Now, these are peach trees, so I don't know if you could see that very well, but you know, these are beautiful peaches, and again, we want to water down at the root, make sure it gets some good water down there. Okay, and this is a blackberry plant, and this blackberry plant right here again needs good water at the root. Okay, and that'll grow beautiful. And these are also peaches. Water down at the root. Okay. Now, this takes a lot of effort to do stuff like this, so I actually had to rent a lot of equipment, including what's called a dingo, or a toro dingo, and that was helpful in moving about 6 yards, 7 yards of rock, topsoil, mulch, and I had to do a lot. I had to cut a lot of sod, remove a lot of sod, and that I used a sod cutter for. Okay. This is called chat, and this is great for walkways. Okay, again, we want to get down to the root, water those, water these, down at the root, okay, and I don't know, these plants, again, they need a lot of sunshine, carbon dioxide, and the interesting thing about carbon dioxide is that, you know, these plants need carbon dioxide, and the plant gives off oxygen. The problem is, if we have too much carbon dioxide, that does create, in fact it's true, global warming. And that's because too much carbon dioxide creates a blanket over the planet Earth, which keeps the heat from escaping. And so that's not good if the heat can't escape, because then planet gets too warm. And so it's like, can't have it too hot, can't have it too cold, just right. So we got to make sure that we are good stewards, good caretakers of the planet, so that we can enjoy it longer. Okay. Now, last thing I want to talk about is this thing right here. Okay. So this is photovoltaic panel, solar panel. And these are made of semiconductors. And those semiconductors convert the sunshine into electricity, which is great, because that allows the lights that we've got out here, okay, to just operate by the sun, which is very energy efficient, of course. It's kind of fascinating, right, that it does that. These are apple trees. Okay. So beautiful apple trees. Again, we want to water down at the roots, make sure we get some good water down into the roots. Okay. And get that. And here's another apple tree. Okay. So these apple trees, alright, hopefully they'll give off some really good Granny Smith apples someday. Okay, I gotta take care of them though. All right. And gotta take care of a lot of the stuff here. Takes a lot of work. Patience, dedication, all those wonderful stuff. Okay, same thing that we need to have in order to be successful learners. Okay, so let's just make sure we water this really good. It's kind of warm, and there's a good time to just spray yourself when it gets so warm like this. Okay, and again, just want to make sure we take care of things. All right, so the last